Okay, y'all, check this out. Y'all see the title of the video here. Now, we all know, just like any other news source, you have to take things with a grain of salt. This is from Russia Today. That's what the RT and news mean, Russia Today. This is dated the 7th of March. And you see the title, Russia media, RT exposes the reason former Libyan ruler Muammar Gaddafi was murdered. Now, there's a whole bunch of stuff. They still won't say anything about what's going on in Syria, you know, with Bashar Assad. He just showed up here a few days ago in Iran with the Ayatollah, just out of the blue. Surprise visit. Surprise. What do y'all want to bet the Ayatollah knew he was coming? I'm just throwing that out there. Oh, and quick question, y'all. Maybe somebody smarter than me, because that ain't saying much. I ain't that damn smart. Maybe somebody can explain to me why the Turkish military is still in northern Syria, all along its borderline, and no one's talking about it. Anyway, let's go ahead and get this. That's just something else. Just figure I'd drop give you a little bit of food for thought there. Let's see what we got here. All right, let's go ahead and see if we can get this puppy to play.
According to some, it's about protecting civilians.
And our resolve is clear. The people of Libya must be protected.
Others say it's about oil.
The only reason they're interested with Libya is about the oil. You think we'd be in Iraq if the major export there was broccoli?
But some are convinced intervention in Libya is all about currency, specifically Gaddafi's plan to introduce the gold dinar, a single African currency made from gold, a true sharing of the wealth.
It's one of these things that you have to plan almost in secret, because as soon as you say you're going to change over from the dollar to something else, you're going to be targeted. There were two conferences on this. One.
It's not almost in secret. It has to be in secret. And you only get one shot at it, because if the person or team that you confided in, if one of them turns on you, the whole calliope will crash to the ground. Thus,
one in 96 and another one in the year 2000, called the World Mataba Conference, organized by Gaddafi. And everybody was interested. I think most countries in Africa were keen.
Gaddafi didn't give up. In the months leading up to the military intervention, he called on African and Muslim nations to join together to create this new currency that would rival the dollar and euro. They would sell oil and other resources around the world only for gold dinars. It's an idea that would shift the economic balance of the world. Countries' wealth would depend on how much gold they have, not how many dollars they trade. And Libya has 144 tons of gold. The UK has double that, but 10 times the population.
If Gaddafi had an intent to try to reprice his oil or whatever else the country was selling in the global markets and accept something else as a currency, or maybe launch a gold dinar currency, any move such as that would certainly not be welcomed by the power elite today, who are responsible for controlling the world's central banks. So yes, that would certainly be something that would cause his immediate dismissal and the need for other reasons to be brought forth for removing him from power.
You know what immediate dismissal means, right? Okay, just checking to make sure that you know what that meant.
It's happened before. In 2000, Saddam Hussein announced Iraqi oil would be traded in euros, not dollars. Sanctions and an invasion followed. Some say because the Americans were desperate to prevent OPEC from transferring oil trading in all its member countries to the euro. A gold dinar would have had serious consequences for
That was a very small part, believe it or not, but I'm not going to get into that because I like my head being on top of my shoulders.
the world financial system, but may also have empowered the people of Africa, something black activists say the US wants to avoid at all costs.
The United States should welcome the self-determination of Africans. They certainly...
I have a love-hate relationship with Cynthia McKinney, more love than hate. Well, I say hate. I don't hate Cynthia McKinney. I've never hated Cynthia McKinney. Love, hate is just a figure of speech. But I guess that's just with any politician. I like her more than I dislike her. And I'll leave it at that. But I'm not going to sit here and tell you that I was 100% in love, because it was a whole bunch of, well, there were some things she said. I remember back during the big emailing campaigns and whatnot. I mean, I think they had me blocked. But only thing I ever asked anybody is tell me what I'm saying isn't true. And nobody, because if somebody catch you in a non-truth, they are quick to let you know what you said was false. I never got that message.
have denied self-determination.
And yes, I have emailed her directly more times than I can count when she was a member of Congress.
To Africans inside the United States. So we're not surprised by anything that the United States would do to hinder self-determination of Africans on the continent.
The UK's gold is kept here in a secure vault somewhere in the depths of the Bank of England. As in most developed countries, there's not enough to go around. But that's not the case in places like Libya and many of the Gulf states. A gold dinar would have given oil-rich African and Middle Eastern countries the power to turn around to their energy-hungry customers and say, sorry, the price has gone up and we want gold. Some say the US and its NATO allies literally couldn't afford to let that happen. Laura Emmett, RT, London.
That's all I got to say. I'm not going to say anything else. There's some that that on this, because I'm not new to this, but it ain't about me. Some of this I knew, some of it this is very close to the truth, and this part not so much. But anyway, I'm the Black Bill O'Reilly, I guess, right now, because remember he used to say, we report, you decide. He used to say that, but I'm not trying to be no damn Bill O'Reilly. The only thing he and I got in common is we taller than average men, and I'll leave it at that. Rate, comment, share, subscribe. Y'all be good and be safe. Bye.